Good morning and a happy Sabbath. I think the last time that I was here, I was talking about the outreach for the month of September, and everything was doing good, but unfortunately, we didn't have pictures or video to show from that month's outreach. So what I'm going to do today is present the videos or the pictures for last September's outreach, but what I'm going to do this time around, I'm going to ask for a few people who was attending that outreach to come up and share their testimonies and their experience with the outreach. The first person I'm going to ask to bring up is Miss Carla. And share with the church your experience and also the reason for why you attended September's.
Okay, I attended because my heart is just driven for helping all mankind know of God's love. And when we got there, I was not disappointed. There were, there was this whole little moment of trying to set things up and get things where we were going to be and trying to call people to us and things. But there was this one young man, he came, and he was from California too. And he was you could tell, kind of cocky, he'd been out there a while. And I think he just had this attitude of like, yeah, I'm used to this kind of stuff, this is what it is, I'm kind of stuck here. I don't think he had any faith, really. Looking into his face, I could see, when I said, can I pray with you? Look what he's like, yeah, like, sure. That kind of flippant look. As I prayed, though, when I finished praying, I looked at his face, and his eyes were filled with tears. And I realized, that the Holy Spirit had spoken to his heart and softened him. And all I can say is that when you give people hope, and it's not a hope that they'll have food tomorrow, that they'll have a place to sleep. It's hope that they have someone bigger than them who actually cares about them. That's what we deliver.
Amen, amen. Mr. Arteria, this was your first time as well, so I ask you to come up next. And it's the same question. What brought you there for the first time and provide a special moment?
All right. Happy Sabbath, church. So, what brought me there is I have a heart for people who are, less unfortunate than most of us. I'm thankful that God has provided for me, have a roof over my head, have the necessities of life. And I think back to what Jesus said in the gospel. He said, go out to the highways and byways. And the homeless, that's where they are. These people are down. A lot of them, when I talk to them, they're down. They were down on their luck. They came here from other places, and some of them lost their jobs, and some is just in a bad situation. So my heart went out to them. I really, as I was there, I recognized what God was doing and why we were there, and it was a joy to me to be his hands and feet. Had a chance to pray with several guys there. We fed them first, and that also reminded me of what Christ did. He met a need first, and then their hearts were open to receive prayer and for God to come in and do a work. So a lot of them were very humble, very nice people. You'll think what is that? What's my word? Stereotype. Thank you. There's a stereotype that homeless people are bad people, that they're mean, that they're, just different people, but they're just like us. They're just like us, and they are looking. They need hope. A lot of them just need an open door. That's all. And so we were able to supply some things to them: clothing, food, of course, and just a smiling face. And that really, it was a joy. So I look forward to doing it again. I invite you guys to come out if you're able to share that blessing with it, because it is a huge blessing. So I look forward to it the next time.
And the last one is kind of a 2-for-1 deal there, and one is kind of had a special role within our outreach for September. Mr. Bill and Charlotte, can y'all come up here, please? Now, the food that was provided was made by Mr. Bill himself. So, Bill, can you and Charlotte explain the reason for why y'all was able to provide that for the outreach?
Well, I went in support of my husband, and me and Charlize kind of stayed on the sidelines, and I prayed silently and got choked up a few times watching what was going on. Our church family, praying with them. It really touched me and was a blessing just to see God's love in action through your church family, and that's a blessing to be a part of.
Well, all I got to say is it's just a blessing. I've been in a situation similar to this, so I understand what it's like to actually see somebody offer something to you when you really need it, and it really changes your day. It makes you feel important. Makes you feel like you are somebody. So.
Like I say, each and every month when I do this outreach, I'm speechless on what to say. I'm mostly the type of person that let my actions speak louder than words. And so far, I think these actions are speaking loud enough. At least once every month, somewhere in between the 3rd or 4th week, we are getting together on a Sunday to do this outreach. And you can provide anything from food, clothing, blankets, even a prayer that would be thankful for this outreach, because it's not just about me or any of the people that you see here. It's about these people out here. I see these people every day on my way to work since I take the bus. And some of the people I remember from the outreach, some of them remember me and thank me for what we had done. Matter of fact, I had one guy in particular, but this is coming from last month's outreach, but I'm going to share that story next time around. So continue your prayers for this outreach, for the growth within it, and let's just see how many people we can reach. Thank you.
Thank you, Colby. And Colby, do you have room for more church members to come out?
Yes.
So,
If you want to come out, just show up. You don't need to tell me that you're coming. If you show up, I'm thankful. Yes. We're going to schedule it for 2 more weeks. Before, whenever the week of Thanksgiving is. I can't remember now, but yes.
and where do we show up at? Do we just
Show up at the church right here, where we could get together and get all the food and water and everything ready. So
And what time?
around not 10 o'clock, but 9:30 is when we go get started to get everything ready.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate what you're doing very much.